Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Capricorn July 2018 horoscope forecast. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, people, well, first thing up is as far as July goes, the sun will be in Cancer from the 1st until the 22nd. So the seventh house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong concentration of power, of energy, focus, and attention on relationships, partnerships, others in general, open adversaries, negotiations, compromise, legalities, even legal opponents. And given that we're talking about Cancerian energy, this could be done with a lot of tenacity, sensitivity, emotion, even intuition, with a lot of sympathetic energy, especially as far as relationships go, and in a nurturing manner as well. And these things could be done with a lot of reasons connected with safety and security, intuition, and with a lot of protective energy and very contemplative energy as well, and somewhat pondering before maybe doing things in connection with these seventh house matters. Now, next thing up is, as far as July goes, the sun will be in Leo from the 22nd until the 31st. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, this could be where there could be a strong focus, concentration of energy, and really in attention put on sex, intimate relationships, sexual relationships, psychology, astrology, the occult, supernatural matters, even insurance, taxes, and matters connected with death, perhaps. It could be inheritances and also regeneration and rebirth. And given that this is it could even be surgery in some cases. Now, given that this is Leo energy, this could be done with a lot of Leo-like pride, dignity, ferocity, near inexorable energy, fortitude, courage, generosity, and a lot of magnanimous energy, a lot of heart. It could shine the light, so to speak, on maybe something surgical that needs to be done. It could be something connected, since this is Leo energy. It could be something with the upper back or the heart, even in some cases. So anyway. Well, the next thing up is there will be a partial solar eclipse in Cancer on July 12th, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, this could reflect perhaps a new Cancerian significant other. Remember, when we're talking about a partial solar eclipse, this is like a new moon, but inflated and magnified and really enlarged in terms of its impact, possibly. And this could have really this could be something life altering could transpire with this for you. It could be something where even a chance meeting could really lead to something that could have very long sustained effects for you in your life. Now, again, back to this this partial solar eclipse, new moon energy in Cancer. Now, given again that it's the 7th house, it could also be about perhaps some kind of Cancerian business partnership you may embark on this time. It can be something connected with culinary, cooking, something with laundry, a healing profession, home care. It could be real estate renovation at this time. And I mean, there also another possibility is this could be about a new Cancerian open adversary in some cases, or a legal opponent. It could be a sun, moon, or ascendant in Cancer, or it could simply be a person that embodies Cancerian characteristics. This could also be a time where you might begin a new period of showing more sympathy to others, just in general, or maybe tenaciously pursuing relationships more at this time. And this could really lead to something very monumental. It could lead to that significant other if you are unattached, for example, or a very close connection that could really help you for a very long-term period. So anyway, Next thing up is there will be a full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius on July 27th. So the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, you might become, remember that we're talking about the full moon lunar eclipse is like a regular full moon, but its impact can be more inflated, more enlarged, and have a more sustained effect on a person in contrast to a regular full moon. And this could be a time where you might become simply exasperated, tired, full, so to speak, at somebody, maybe at the place where you generate money that might be acting in a very bizarre, unusual, or idiosyncratic manner, or just that kind of behavior. You're getting tired of it. Could have been somebody that you might have valued at one point, or somebody that might have an adverse effect on your self-esteem and self-worth. This could also be a period where you might inject a lot of that full energy, full selfless humanitarian energy into things you value, or maybe into some monetary venture, money-making venture. This could be a time after a very maybe protracted period, maybe after a lot of procrastination, where you finally, where maybe you're just going to extricate yourself from some place where you're making money, or trying to just get financial freedom at this time. This could be a very life-altering thing that could happen as far as that goes for you. And could also be a time when you're talking about, full moons, whether it's lunar eclipse or regular full moon, this could represent a culmination or a completion of something. And it could be an Aquarius money-making venture at this time, could come to an end at this point. It could be something connected with something innovative, maybe an invention that finally comes to fruition or is completed. It could be something associated with astrology, aerospace, astronomy, computers, electronics. So anyway, well, the next thing up is there will be what I want to talk about now is Mercury will be in Leo as in July. It will be retrograde from like the 26th until the 31st. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, you may find yourself speaking with a lot of authority and conviction in connection with perhaps an intimate, somebody you're in an intimate relationship with. It could be a sexual partner. This could be also period, given that latter part of the month, it's going to be retrograde, where you might be reviewing extroversion, gregariousness, with that somebody you're in an intimate relationship with. It could be a sexual partner. In some cases, it could be somebody connected with psychology or some other 8th house profession, such as astrology. If you're into astrology, have an affinity for it, and might be maybe gregariousness you're reviewing, an extroversion in some kind of astrology group, or maybe some contemporaries you might know that are into it. Also, too, maybe this could be a time where you might be boasting about making a major transformation, or your ability to deal with crisis situation. And also, there can be more extravagance connected with taxes at this time, insurance matters at this time as well. In some cases, this could be a time where, you could be thinking about extravagance associated with taxes and insurance matters. And you might remember that Mercury is more than just about communication. Siblings can be included as far as Mercury goes. And it could be that maybe you might have Leo siblings, Leo sun, moon, or ascendant ones, or simply ones that embody Leo-like characteristics that might play a very strong role in a major change or transformation, and might figure prominently in this, or maybe helping you deal with some kind of crisis at this time. So anyway, the next thing up is Venus will be in Leo as far as July goes, from the 1st until the 9th. So the 8th house, again, is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. This could be about perhaps extravagant spending in connection with astrology, maybe issues with psychology, insurance, taxes. In some cases, this could reflect exorbitant money received from an inheritance at this time. A lot could depend on aspects that this is making to natal points in your chart. Say if this is making a positive aspect to your natal Jupiter, it might really be very auspicious for that if you are coming into a possible inheritance at this time. And also this could manifest perhaps in valuing extroversion and gregariousness with an intimate, somebody that you're in an intimate or sexual relationship with at this time. And also you might, if you're unattached Capricorn, you might find a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant or someone that embodies Leo-like characteristics at an 8th house venue. When I say venue, I'm talking about something 8th house related, such as maybe somebody into astrology or psychology. It could be a tax examiner or somebody that might actually might be able to help you make a major change or transformation in your life. And also, too, could it be about spending extravagantly on surgery in some isolated cases? Now, the next thing up is Venus will be in Virgo as far as July goes, from the 9th until the 31st. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time for Capricorn, it could be a time where you might be spending very frugally on in-laws, grandchildren. It could be on matters connected with traveling abroad, or maybe also enjoyment of analyzing, maybe even criticizing in-laws and grandchildren, maybe even some foreigners that you might be friendly with. Excuse me. It could also be the way this could manifest. This could be about valuing punctuality. Excuse me a second, people. A little something to drink here. Anyway, sorry about that. But going back to Venus and Virgo in the 9th house being emphasized and highlighted, well, this could also be a time where you might enjoy and value paying attention to detail, being punctilious with details in 9th house matters, such as in religion. It could be maybe if you're taking some kind of college course, you're at a college or university, perhaps, and really maybe even in matters pertaining to publishing as well. And really, anyway. And also, I think the way this can manifest too is valuing punctuality and reliability from perhaps in-laws, grandchildren, people that you might know well at a college, university. It could be foreigners. It could be some people you might know through traveling abroad. So anyway, the next thing up is Mars will be in Aquarius and it will be retrograde. The 2nd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, this could be about having some acrimonious and contentious experiences, perhaps at the place where you generate income. You might be getting tired of people at this place. Maybe you're angry at some kind of idiosyncratic, bizarre, unusual behavior at this time from those people. It could be affecting your self-esteem and self-worth. And also, too, given that this is going to be retrograde, this could be about going back to some money-making venture, putting energy into some money-making venture that could be Aquarius-like. It could be something associated with astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, perhaps aerospace, astronomy. So anyway, also too, the way this could manifest as well, perhaps that maybe putting a lot of energy, a lot of energy into ingenuity, perhaps, and excuse me, even maybe matters with just being shown a lot of energy into selflessness and really humanitarianism might help your self-esteem and self-worth and how you feel about yourself at this time. And doing certain, and really this could also be about putting a lot of that energy, might be sporadic, erratic, into increasing your possessions and your resources as well. Next thing up, Jupiter will be in Scorpio this month still. It will be retrograde. The 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Or I'm sorry, be retrograde from like the 1st to like the 10th. So this Remember, I've talked about previously that Jupiter could be paradoxical. It's very strongly benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. And it could expand perhaps surreptitious, nefarious, even manipulative behavior from friends, from acquaintances. It might be people that you may know well in some group, club, or organization. At the same time, this could be about some luck and fortune. It could be very fortuitous, perhaps, for Scorpio-like aspirations. It could be connected with, it could be locksmithing, the occult, supernatural, astrology, magic, alchemy, some kind of investigation, embalming. Some other things to look at too. This could be about where you can experience luck and fortune going beyond the superficial and subterfuge, perhaps with friends and acquaintances at this time. And given that it's going to be in retrograde for about a third of the month, during that time it might be about reviewing some profound and deep philosophy that's associated with your future, and maybe in connection. Also, that philosophy might be tied into friends at this time as well. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Saturn will be in Capricorn. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. It will be retrograde. At this time, you might be experiencing some kind of restrictions and limitations with the physical body. It could be where you might be making even a more serious first impression than usual at this time. At the same time, you might feel that your personality is a little bit more inhibited than usual, a little bit more held back. I have Saturn conjunct my Ascendant in my natal chart, so I do understand how this can go. And also, too, given that it's going to be retrograde, this could be about reviewing perhaps some responsibilities and limitations, and maybe even fears associated with new beginnings and the physical body at this time. And also, too, it might be about maybe taking care of maybe a debilitated or sickly person that was prominent in your early childhood that might be causing some kind of despondency, making you feel melancholy. And really, and it could be something Capricorn related, such as something with the knees, the bones, or the joints at this time as well. And there might be a little greater propensity to lose weight at this time. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Uranus will be in Taurus. So the fifth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Capricorn, this could be about dealing perhaps with some unusual, obstinate, stubborn behavior. Maybe from, it could be people it might be someone in your love life. It could be children at this time. It could be, too, that even some cases Taurus, like Taurus friendships, maybe Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant friends, or ones that embody Taurus-like characteristics might figure more prominently in your fun, amusement, and enjoyment at this time. It could also be at this time as well that maybe your love life is a little more erratic and sporadic, and children might be a little more unpredictable than usual at this time as well. They might be expressing some kind of unusual or stubborn, obstinate behavior during this time. But also, too, this could manifest perhaps in the formulation of new maybe ideas associated with making money that might give you perhaps maybe help you maybe use that money towards something fifth house related. It could be able to use that money to enjoy yourself more. It could be about maybe investing in some kind of speculative nature, and be able to maybe enjoy that, maybe that time with children perhaps, and with the love, somebody you're in a romantic relationship with. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Neptune will be in Pisces. So the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Well, at this time, in some cases, this could indicate perhaps the dissipation and dissolving perhaps of communications in your life. Maybe siblings and neighbors might be somewhat nebulous and unclear. These people, in some cases, might get involved with chemicals or drugs or alcohol at this time. This could also be a time where, I mean, in some cases, this could be about the dissipation of maybe the memory to some degree. I mean, this is about the third house is about the rational mind. And also, too, it could be where you might be more inclined to communicate about your dreams more so than usual, and also maybe do some writing communications associated with something Neptune related. It could be something writing about chemistry or photography, the metaphysical, which includes astrology, poetry, dancing, something that could be Neptune related. So, is spirituality perhaps? And also, this could be some confounding issues maybe are existing that are connected with your transportation. It could be something connected with your vehicle, perhaps trying it. It could just be simply something might be wrong with it that you're just having trouble, difficulty figuring out what is actually wrong with it. Neptune energy could be very confusing, confounding, and mysterious. So anyway, and also remember that this could be a time, I mean, you're talking about Neptune could be about chemicals. So this could be about maybe accidental chemical assimilation, such as radon, maybe going into a neighbor's place at this time. So this is just, anyway, some things to look at as far as this goes, and maybe even dealing with, I mean, this is about third house, about communication. It could be about dealing with deceptive and duplicitous telemarketers more so than usual. I know a lot of people may deal with that anyway, regardless whatever transit they're getting, but there might be a greater propensity for that at this time. Anyway, next thing up is Pluto will be in Capricorn, so the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, I know a lot of you don't want me to use the dreaded D word, but you know I'm going to anyway. In some cases, this could increase the possibility of an actual death to the person, but it could also, a lot of times, this could be the death of somebody that they knew. It was prominent in their early childhood. It could really be just about the person wanting to put a figurative end to a lot of things, a figurative death to many things. And really, too, this could be where you may make some kind of major transformation of the physical body, especially if this is actually, by the ascendant in the actual first house in one's natal chart. There could be a surgery that might take place. It could be a Capricorn related issue, such as something with the knees or the bones or the joints perhaps. Also, this could give power to new beginnings at this time. And really, this is a time where you might feel reborn. There might be some rebirth or regeneration going on at this time as well. You might make a very powerful first impression, more so than usual at this time, on others. And two, this could be a time where you might just really be very influenced more so by matters connected with the occult, the supernatural. Could be astrology at this time as well. But at the same time, you might be, in some isolated cases, you might be experiencing maybe more obsessive compulsive like behavior, and especially, like, say, depending on if there's a number of adverse aspects you're getting, like, say, if it's making an adverse aspect to your natal Mercury, for example. So anyway, the next thing up is, the North Node will be in Leo, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So when you're talking about the North Node in transit, this could be manifest perhaps in something that we have to confront and address. And at this time, it could be about confronting an arrogant, bombastic, overbearing, egotistical, domineering, perhaps sexual partner. It could be someone you're in an intimate relationship with. And also, too, excuse me, maybe somebody you're involved with shared resources with. This could also manifest perhaps in being more generous and magnanimous in shared resources situations, a joint account situation. You could be directed toward doing that at this time, and also you could be directed towards showing a lot of courage and fortitude in self-assuredness, in making a major transformation, or even dealing with a crisis situation. It could also be maybe even about having to be a little bit more extravagant in matters connected with taxes, insurance at this time. And sometimes this could even be maybe this destiny is maybe even having surgery on something Leo related, such as the upper back or the heart. So anyway, next thing up is the black moon Lilith will be in Capricorn. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Capricorn, well, this could be about a revelation or unveiling of someone from your early childhood that might be showing ruthless, tyrannical, dictatorial, over ambitious qualities at this time. Sometimes this could even be about a formidable Capricorn adversary that comes around at this time. It could be a Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply one that embodies Capricorn characteristics. Someone from your early childhood, perhaps. It could be somebody that was strongly involved in some new beginnings that you may have had. And also, too, this could be the way this can manifest as well is that when you're talking about the black moon Lilith, this could be about something that comes out of the bag, some kind of unveiling or revelation connected with yourself that you don't really want to come out of the bag, so to speak, but it does come out, and it could be about very limiting or restricting, maybe an overly pessimistic outlook at this time. It could be this could be manifest in what could put you in a state of trepidation or fear. And it could be just a simply not having the authority to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and being able to start new beginnings. And there might even be some limitations or restrictions with the physical body that come out at this time, especially if this is actually hitting the first house in one's natal chart. Anyway, last but not least, Chiron will be in Aries. So the fourth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, first thing off is when you're talking about Chiron and Aries, this could be about about feelings of unworthiness, and it could be about feeling unworthy of who you are at the core, or maybe you don't feel like you're even worthy of maybe deserving a family in some cases, or having someone that you feel close to home with. This could be about dealing with emotional wounds connected with acrimonious and contentious, sometimes even combative experiences on the home front. Sometimes it's about lack of aggressiveness, assertiveness, maybe in matters connected to the home and family, maybe dealing with some kind of end of life situation. And I'm not saying that the person is going to die at this point in time, but what I'm saying is as far as making plans for the end of life, such as making investments, for example, to get yourself ready for that latter part of life. And also, really, it could just be about maybe not really maybe capitalizing, maybe starting new, not taking the initiative perhaps on starting maybe foundations for yourself at this time as well. So anyway, remember though that Chiron is the wounded healer. So in ways that you might be going through some suffering and emotional wounds in connection with Chiron and Aries and the fourth house, you could help others deal with comparable situations, and do so with a lot of you could say Aries like courage, fortitude, enterprise, initiative, and aggressiveness. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Capricorn July 2018 horoscope forecast. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Aquarius July 2018 horoscope forecast. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.